Welcome to another monthly update from Incrementum Digital. Liran Hirschkorn here with Mansoor Nurazi. We're going to share what we're seeing over the last month or so with new updates on Amazon. Hopefully this gives you, one, this keeps you updated on what's happening on the platform. And number two, it'll give you some ideas of potential opportunities of areas that we can, that perhaps we can help with, or areas that you can implement on your own. We've gotten really good feedback on these updates from our clients, and so we want to make sure we keep adding this for you, since Amazon is updating so much so often. So with that, we have the Amazon Ninja, Mansoor Nurazi, who always keeps me updated too on what's happening. So Mansoor, welcome. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. It's great. I love this update calls. Let me share my screen so we can start with the first update.
Oh,
The
yes.
first update is the one actually Liran you sent on LinkedIn. I can go to the LinkedIn post so you can start commenting on that while
Yes.
we are seeing this. Go ahead.
Yep. So this was prompted by an ad that I got targeted. So this is actually, if you see on the screen share there, you see my picture and you see Incrementum Digital, because I have those connected to Instagram. And I saw this ad and I sort of went through the process to see what it is exactly. And this is Amazon running an ad on Instagram for me to and prompting me to connect my Instagram account with Amazon, so link them together, so that once I do that, and I didn't go through the entire process here, but once I do that, I can actually, you can see here that it can actually scroll down on that page with that product. I can see the reviews. Once I clicked on that, I can see the actual listing page. I can read reviews. I can see so much, and I can completely finish the entire checkout right on Instagram without leaving. So this is prompted from an agreement that Amazon had in 2023, November 2023. You can Google Meta Amazon partnership. Amazon actually formed a partnership with Meta for Facebook and Instagram, as well as, and WhatsApp. So who knows, this may come to WhatsApp, and with Snapchat. So some background, Amazon about a year prior went to TikTok and they said, hey, we'd love to form this kind of partnership where people can check out with Amazon. TikTok said no, because they were planning on launching TikTok Shop. So I think following that, Amazon went to Meta and said, hey, we need to launch social shopping together to compete against TikTok. And they did that with Snapchat too. And they formed this agreement. So I've been getting a lot of messages and I've had a lot of meetings with people that have asked me about this and what it is. So currently, Amazon is the only one, and this is sponsored ad. Amazon is the only one that can run these ads. So brands cannot run these ads today, but Amazon can. What I predict is going to happen, and this is based on some internal conversations with Amazon, but all my conversations with Amazon have been unofficial and off the record. So I think it's also some people within Amazon speculating about what's going to happen next. But the natural progression of this is consumers will see ads like this. They will connect their accounts, and then brands will be able to run ads. I believe the ads will be run through Amazon and not Meta. And the reason is because Amazon has the audience data that you want to target, right? Meta, you can target audiences there, but they're not necessarily all Amazon shoppers and who you want. But with Amazon audiences, you'll be able to retarget people who went to your listing. You'll be able to target past shoppers of your brand and cross-sell or sell them the same product. You'll be able to target audiences. And I predict this will be through sponsored display and DSP. And then on the back end of this, there will be some kind of revenue share between Amazon and Facebook. Just like today with Amazon DSP, you can run ads on third-party website, third-party exchanges. There's revenue share behind the scenes happening on those ad placements. So this is what I think is coming. I think it has a lot of implications. First, I think it's great. I think to be able to, today with DSP and retargeting, you can follow people around the web, but you can't get them on social. You can't target them on social. So I think that's huge. Number two, it could have a negative impact on D2C. Why is that? Because if this does happen, and if this does take off to the level that we think it's going to take off, this might raise prices on Meta ads. Because we know, for example, Temu has been contributing like 25% or something to like Facebook ad revenue. And as a result, prices have gone up on Facebook ads. And the same thing might happen here. That's some speculation, but I think really interesting things as to what's coming. What can you do to prepare for this? Good question. I think maybe creatives, having good creatives in place, if you'll be able to do things like custom creative, for example, having those things in place, user-generated content, videos from influencers. I also think separately from this, Amazon has something called Creator Connections, which is in beta. And I've seen, I would say, mixed results. I've talked to some sellers that have had decent results with it. I've talked to some sellers that haven't. But I think if Creator Connections takes off, where you can connect, and it's in beta now, so you may or may not have it in your account, but if that takes off and you have access to that, then what I think the next stage of that will be that you will be able to run ads from Amazon also through those creators, just like you can on TikTok and Facebook, and maybe even within the Amazon search results, those creatives might even show up in the search results, and maybe you'll even be able to run sponsored ads through that on Amazon and maybe even off Amazon. So this is where I think things are evolving to. And so I also think it's worth continuing to focus on user-generated content for your brand. One thing we've started doing, I'll give a promo for Levanta. We've started to use Levanta also as a service. We're working with a client now on sort of proving the concept, but Levanta is a software that allows you to connect with influencers and have them use an attribution link to drive to Amazon. You get about 10% back on the sale for the brand referral bonus, and you pay the influencers a commission. You can reach out separately if you want to talk about that. But a lot of exciting things coming. I don't know the timing. This came out in November of last year, and it's taken 8-9 months until it even showed up with Amazon running ads. So is this 6 months away from you being able to run ads, a year away? I don't know, but I think this is the direction things are coming, especially with Amazon wanting to compete more and seeing TikTok as a threat. So I think potentially exciting on what's coming down the pike.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's a great update. Thank you. I love it. Next one is AMC solutions for high value audiences. So we have talked about AMC. The solutions is, I believe, what Amazon is trying to do is in the solution section to make this easier for users to generate practical use cases, right? Right now, most of the use cases are through writing the query, but solutions, I believe for now, we have high value audiences. There are going to be more solutions. It's going to make it easier for you, just for anyone that doesn't know query, get there and create audiences or different type of reporting from Amazon. So what is this high value audience? It is very cool that Amazon gives you different percentiles of your audience based on how valuable they are, meaning how much they are purchasing from you. It is not actually clear. Let me see from here if I can. There you go. So as you can see here, like you have different segments, right? 95 to 100%, 70 to 95%. But if you look at 95 to 100%, you can see you have the total customers, audience size, and total purchased product, average product sales. As you go higher, you see that product sales are higher. As you go lower, it is lower.
So what does this mean? This is taking your customers and segmenting them into who your best customers are?
Exactly, who your best customers are, the total number of customers, the audience size that you have there. Now, yes.
And when you're using this to create an audience from Amazon Marketing Cloud into DSP so that you can target this audience, would this only make sense if you have a repeatable product that you want to sell again to your customers, or can you create like a lookalike audience from your customers into others?
That's a great question, right? When you click on create audience, first of all, you can choose any segments that you want, the audience in those segments. In this case, I've selected 70 to 100, right? And the next question is, I'm going to make this again bigger just to show very clearly. The next question is, do you want to all new to brand or not? So you have that option. Exposure talk. Do you want the ones that just that have got exposed to ad or not? And you can select the product even as well. So you can look at the brand level or select any product that you want. Now,
Sir, if for new to brand, aren't all these existing customers, how would they be not new to brand if they're older than 12 months?
they are older than 12. No. If they have purchased a few times over last year from you, right?
Right, but so if they're not new to brand, are they still your customers, but they have not purchased in the last 12 months?
No. If they are, okay. If they are not, if they are new to brand, it means that over past year, they haven't purchased from you. They purchased once from you. They haven't purchased from you before.
Right,
They have purchased once. They have purchased once, new to brand.
Got it. Okay. And if they haven't purchased from you
Before.
ever before? Ever?
No,
Or
it means
last 12 months?
it means they just purchased from you. They are new to brand.
Okay. Got it. So it means, okay, got it. So it means new to brand would be those customers that purchased from you in the last 12 months, and non-new to brand would mean customers that have purchased from you, but longer than a year ago.
Or yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And exposure type, non-ad exposed, meaning they bought organically from you?
You can target the ones that they didn't see. They weren't exposed to ad, right? They just purchased organically, probably.
Okay.
Or directly came from external traffic. So you choose, this is the advertiser because they have access to different accounts. So you choose your account.
And then lookalike.
Yes. Now, if you go here to rule-based audience, you are going to just generate audience from what you have selected on the top, right? If you go with the rule-based audience. Now, if you go to lookalike audience, you are going to generate lookalike audience based on these customers and these behaviors that you have selected, based on these audiences.
Right.
So that becomes now more powerful because when I was checking it, you can even, there are different time periods you can select, but it even gives you the option to go back to last Prime Day. Okay, target in the Prime Day of 2023, go take those audiences and create lookalike audience or the same audience, which mostly you would say, okay, one approach could be, let's go create a lookalike audience to customers who purchase to us and maybe choosing new to brand, right? It could be one bucket that they on Prime Day, they came to us and purchased from us. Let's see if we can target lookalike to those audiences in this Prime Day so we can bring more sales. That's one approach. Or you could even go with all the customers, right? Everyone, just create a lookalike audience.
So this would be a great, let's say, for going back to that date of Prime Day, to do starting like mid-June to kind of July, to build up the audience and start showing them ads and get them, thinking about your brand. Now, as you go down here and it says lookalike audience, what if you don't want to do lookalike? You just want to target these people.
Rule-based audience.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Just I wanted to go back to that new to brand that you mentioned. I think maybe some might get confused. So new to brand means customers who haven't purchased, if they purchased once and they haven't purchased in the last 30 days from us. Maybe they purchased 2 years ago, but in the last 12 months, they haven't purchased from our brand. They are all new to brand customers.
I see. Okay. So new to brand, saying yes would mean you only want to target people that have bought in the past, but not in the past 12 months.
Yes.
And no on new to brand would be anybody that ordered in the last 12 months, you would still target.
Yeah, anyone from your audience, right? That they
purchased.
They have been purchasing from you. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So that is a great approach. I think we could use this in DSP. There are many use cases for this that we can take advantage of these audiences.
And I would love if maybe in the next update, or we could put something out on if we have some of these running, which I think we probably do, what we're seeing as far as performance from these, because I think this is very interesting opportunity for those that maybe not running DSP to say, okay, we have these like great opportunities now with lookalike audiences that are worth exploring.
Right. And one thing that I'm just thinking out loud, I haven't tested this. It says auto adjust date. Yes. So if you are going, for instance, with last 90 days, my understanding, we have to test it. My understanding is that we create these audiences, it goes directly to DSP audiences, and it is dynamically being
Updating.
updated, which is great, right? Like it's consistently targeting new customers as well, that new
Right.
customers that join into this bucket.
Right. Okay, great.
Yeah, and for Prime Day, just to cover on that, for Prime Day, you want to go no, because you don't want to this to be
Right, because
updated.
you're
Just
just
one time event.
amazing. Okay, great.
So we have new filter in auto campaign for suggested keywords and product targets. What happens is that in the search terms, Amazon has the suggested filters that you can use. Not that much, nothing very like amazing. We already can do that, but it is a good feature to have.
Okay.
This one is a good one as well. Landing page edit in sponsor brand. Before, we weren't, after creating the sponsor brand, we weren't able to do any changes to the landing page. We could change the creative, the title, the headline, but in terms of the landing page, we couldn't. But right now, we have this edit the landing page, which is great in case you do some changes, you want to change the product, you want to change the store page,
Right.
you can go back
And
and do that.
And if you didn't have a store and you just built one and you want to send it to the store instead of a landing page, right? You can change it
Yes.
or to the specific page in the store, and you're able to edit the creative, which has already been in place. But like you said, this is a good opportunity to do some A/B testing. If you do make some, make a change. Also, what's interesting is if you have an ad that's running well, then you can do a deal page or Prime Day page or something, and then take an existing ad with keywords that are working well and around that specific event change it, which is interesting too.
Yeah. Next one is keyword groups for sponsored products. It is in the API. I'm pretty sure that will be released for advertising console as well. But what this keyword group is, you can see that you can select, for instance, this is my understanding, that's what's going to happen. You can, the same thing that we have in sponsor brand, that you could say, target the keywords related to my brand or related to my landing page. Probably in sponsor products, we will have a group, a target instead of keyword that says keywords that are related to my brand or keywords that's related to my product. So when you target them, Amazon is going to dynamically go and find the keywords related to your brand or product and target them. So the question becomes that, okay, this is pretty much auto campaign, right? That you are, we had that, but now it is coming as a new target. In this case, Amazon, what they showed me that if this will be option, it's pretty good. That go after keywords related to my brand that are branded, meaning it's going to just target branded term. In this term, Artiza, if they have the brand name there.
So there's more of a filtering effect other than the auto campaigns, right? That you can, it seems to be auto plus some ability to kind of niche down based on more specifications.
Right.
So is this a beta that's only in the API at the moment?
This is only in the API. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up for advertising. Yeah, advertising console as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's the next one. We have a new sponsor brand goal that I don't know why I have put this here. Not sure why I have this. Oh, this should be sponsor display. Sorry, that's yeah, sponsored display, we can now run ads into the store. We couldn't before. It was just for product listing, yeah, detail page. But now we can run to the store. That's a new update.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I would love to make sure we're testing that and seeing what the outcome is.
Right. The sponsor drive traffic to the store that I mentioned. And also Amazon introducing two new campaigns, both acquire new customers and drive ad views. So this one is going to be pretty cool. Actually, I like that. It's like with the sponsor display, go after new to brand, right? Increase my new to brand. So your goal is to increase your new to brand. And this one is going to be just ad views.
So the sponsored brands, this will be a way to show ads only to people who have not bought your product in the last year, which can reduce your cannibalization and drive more new to brand. So
Exactly.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, that's right.
We spoke about this, like if Amazon did this in sponsored products, I don't think they will,
I
but
don't think so.
because it's going to kind of take away some ad spend, I feel like, but I think it's great. I think it would be amazing. We should give that, I'll give that feedback to Amazon that they should really implement this for sponsored products so that you don't, show ads to people who are coming back to buy from your brand if you don't want to. But this is great. So
yeah,
is
I
this
think Amazon sees sponsored brands and display to some extent top of the funnel. That is
right?
why they are giving you this option that, okay, this is top of funnel. We want to go for brand awareness and bring you to customers. To your point, I doubt they are going to do that for sponsored products. We know for good reasons, because at the end of the day, it's going to bring the spend down, right? So I
Right.
don't think it's going to happen.
Which, again, like as Amazon gets more competition, maybe they will start to do things like this if they feel like,
That's the point.
they're digging too deep into people's margins. Maybe they will. But yeah, this is great. And this is not out yet.
This is not, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
No. But I heard that it is being launched sometime in June.
Great.
We have a negative targeting in sponsored displays. You didn't have it. Now we have this negation, which of course is going to apply if you are targeting the category, right? Otherwise, if you are targeting ASIN,
right,
it's not going to happen. Or expanded your targeting, yes, you can. You can use this negation to filter out the targets ASINs that you are not performing.
Which category targeting in general can be very hit or miss. Especially if you have a new product and you don't have all the reviews, or if you're in a very broad category, right? Then you're going to be targeting a lot of unrelated type of products. So
yeah, true. Jump back. So next one, Amazon is testing with some sponsored brand, the headline as creative. You see some examples here, like this one. It shows the product. It is not the store spotlight, but they pull up and show the store pages as well, right? It's like just a normal collection. Yeah, it's combination of both, which it's pretty cool. I like it. The other one, I don't necessarily understand. What they do is they are kind of expanding on your creative. But in terms of the product, it's taking the whole screen. In terms of your product, you don't have the price, you don't have the reviews, you don't see anything. I don't know really. I don't have a good feeling about it, but seems like Amazon testing in terms of
this to me could be the testing of more of like a goal of driving more views and impressions.
New to brand.
Because and views and impressions, because if you don't see the price and you don't see how that, you might get a click, right? So you're curious to know the price or the whatever. It may not convert as well, but it might drive more impressions.
That's a good call out. Yeah. It aligns with that goal of more impression.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Virtual bundles. We see in some categories, virtual bundles now show up right under the listing.
Yep.
So yeah,
which is great.
Yeah, some categories
which is great.
I don't see it.
Another call out is, um, I love this coupon when you select subscribe and save. I highly recommend, if you have a product that's subscribe and save, to give a aggressive, I've seen as high as 50%, 35% aggressive coupon for the first order, because it's only a coupon in the first order, and then you're getting the person on subscribe and save. The potential downside is obviously somebody can do subscribe and save, then cancel it, then again do subscribe and save. But I think that's going to be a small percentage of people. Human behavior is to do something, kind of forget about it, right? So
Right.
people will subscribe and save and then pay regular price, and then it's on auto, it's on auto delivery. So I would recommend really utilizing this. And then I don't know, I think we may have spoken about coupons in the past, but you also have all these new targeting opportunities with coupons that you should really explore. You can be a lot more targeted with your coupons now, which again, I think is great.
Right. As also, I'm using this approach for my brand as well. This 15%, I have 15% coupon code. It is really great in bringing subscribe and save customers. And yes, some of them, they drop off after the first purchase, but still, I think it's a good strategy that's working.
Are you currently doing 15%?
15% for first time purchase, and after that, 10% for next order.
Right, because that's part of your regular 10-15, right? Of
Yeah.
subscribe and save. Right, exactly. So
Right.
they're still going to save the next time. I would say it's worth testing, depending on cash flow, etc. But it's worth testing, like, how much more sales will you drive at 30%, right? On that first subscribe and save, to see. Also, now that we're tracking lifetime value in our own tool, Data Owl, which if you're one of our clients, you'll be able to see the cohorts and kind of, how much you can spend to acquire that customer.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, good point. Next one is Amazon Marketing Cloud now supports offline sales insight. It is a subscribe one. You have to pay. Not sure about the pricing yet, but the good thing is that if you are in retail, what's going to happen? It's going to get information from different places, and you can map up all this information, put them together with AMC. This is through AMC, and understand. Let's say you're running advertising on Amazon with DSP, or even in Meta or other platforms, how it is impacting Amazon and also your offline sales, because now you have access to this data. It's pretty cool. We got to work on this to get some of our clients here, and then we can have more insight into.
And if you're in retail, I can think of some of our clients that we should talk to about this. If you're in retail, I think it's worth testing. And what happens in retail is you have NCS, which is part of Nielsen. They're getting data on retail sales. A lot of stores, if you think about a Target or, Whole Foods or grocery stores, etc., Kroger, etc., they have loyalty programs, right? You have that little barcode scanner or something, right, to get a coupon. And so they're really tracking your purchases, and this data gets aggregated. So that's the way they can track those orders.
Right. The next one is more ad placements. I don't know if it is new or not. We see that if product customers bought together, there are this placement. They're organic. I don't know if it's a new placement or not, but it's close pretty much the same, the previous bought together that we saw. But now these placements that were organic, they are
Sponsored.
replaced with sponsored. Yeah.
I have a couple questions on this that I would like to explore.
Right.
And I've been thinking a little bit about this since we spoke about this. On the one hand, you could look at this and say, man, Amazon's kind of getting greedy, They could easily put customers bought together and let somebody buy multiple products on the brand without an ad. Okay. That's one. On the other hand, this is taking up big placement where maybe there could be ads for other products. It's your own, and you're driving much higher average order value. You might say, hey, I'm willing to pay a couple bucks for that, because essentially this is already driving to add to cart. So this has to be a highly, highly converting type of ad. You're adding it to cart, right?
Right.
Now,
Right.
the other question is, what are you paying for? If you click add all three to cart, are you paying for it, or are you only paying if you click on the actual product. This is something I would love to find out. I think you're probably paying if you add all three to cart, but Mansoor, I'd like to verify this as to what you're actually paying for here.
Well, you're gonna pay. It's cost per click, right? Your
You're gonna
question is
pay.
that
You're gonna pay if you click on the product, right?
you're gonna pay if you click on the product. If you add all three to carts, well, in real, I don't know
Are you paying or
what
not?
is that. I don't think you're gonna pay, but I don't know what's that percentage of people that right away without clicking they will add all three to cart without exploring what the product is.
That may be true. Look, on a brand like Zesty Paws, maybe, because first of all, you have 23,000 reviews, 11,000 reviews. I would say if that third product there had 4.5 stars, yes, and you can see what it is. It's calming chews and it's a multivitamin. So maybe. So if you're adding all three to cart and you're not paying for that, I would say I would rather have this than not have it.
Right, that's a good point. That's a good point.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, if it's driving, higher average order value, could be worthwhile.
And the other
Also, the
and the
question is,
other
how
thing,
much are you paying for the click?
right, that yeah, that is fair. And also the other thing to consider is that previously these used to be frequently bought together. So
Right.
it was organic. And to your point, your competitors were here. Now
Correct.
Amazon said, okay, it's saying in some categories, I don't see this for all the categories. I'm going to put your product there, what they are purchasing together, but pay me to put your
Yeah.
product there.
And Mansoor, what would be interesting too is like, how do they come up with the cost per click there? Because is there anybody else bidding for that space? It's only Zesty Paws, but it might be coming off what what a branded based on branded keywords, right?
Right.
And what they're paying. I'd be interesting to see because like if nobody else can compete for that spot, how do you determine what the cost per click is?
Right.
Good question.
Also, our assumption is that this is sponsored products, right? It can't be anything else, which is cost per click.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
It gotta be. It wouldn't be a view attribution, I would think. That would be crazy.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah,
yeah, very interesting. I would love to, we can ask Amazon for more information on this.
Right. And the last update that we have is FBA inventory age and access analytic dashboard. If you go to your inventory analytics, FBA analytics, you see this new dashboard, inventory age and access. It's pretty cool. It shows you over time, weekly, monthly, I think quarterly as well, for all your products or any specific product. What is the age of your inventory? What is the surcharge if you have got in any time period? And it shows you that, for instance, here, this many inventory you have between 0 to 180 days. From 181 to 210, this is the amount of product that you have. And as you're approaching, you can see how it is trending. So you gotta figure out what to do, because we know Amazon has big charges for long-term
And it's
storage.
showing you this on a weekly, right? It's a weekly charting.
This is weekly.
Yeah.
There's daily as well.
I wonder, like, right, but if let's say I would go monthly, for example, right? I don't know if it allows you that, but if I go monthly, is Amazon going to take into account that Prime Day is coming and I'm going to sell a lot of units?
This just tells you based on your existing storage, right? For instance, it says you have 1,000 inventory that is more than 6 months that it has been in the storage.
It's based on your existing storage, but oh, I see, but it's not going into the future, right?
No, it's not going into the future. No.
Got it.
It's just telling you what's currently happening, what has been happening in the
Got
past.
it. So it's telling you have some inventory that's going to get to almost be 6 months. So you should you need to move inventory faster.
You need to move inventory or put, I don't know, deal or something to get rid of them. Maybe it's for your benefit instead of paying the storage fee. If you do that calculation, it makes sense. Oh, we have one more update. Bid adjustment for placement on Amazon Business. This is not out yet. Amazon kind of telling developers that it's going to be available in Q4. So things like we are going to have another multiplier, separate and individual multiplier for Amazon business sellers. So you can say that for the placement that, or for the keyword, if the customer is Amazon business buyer, I'm willing to increase my percentage. So you have kind of, you can adjust, you can increase your bid for those to
that's
reach
awesome.
to those customers. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great. Like, especially if you're selling in like office supplies or industrial and scientific or
Right.
those categories, and you're offering business discounts, right?
Right.
It makes a lot of sense. So that's great. I think B2B is a big area of growth for e-commerce, you know, over the next several years. So
I took a new screenshot of this because I see a few segments in brand tailored promotion. I don't think we had this declining promising audience and declining top tiers. It is pretty cool that telling you that these are your top tiers and promising customers that they are declining. It means you are losing the customers. You can target them to be in front of them to make sure you're showing up there and increasing your sales. You're reminding your brand to them to purchase.
Yeah, it's interesting. So it's taking those promising who purchased recently. Maybe Amazon is seeing they bought a competitor and haven't bought recently or something, and you have an opportunity to bring those people back.
Yeah, it's interesting how Amazon says that customers from your brand promising audience who are predicted to spend less.
Yeah, so promising customers who purchase recently or buy occasionally. So maybe you're that customer, and then for the next couple months, you're buying a vitamin C, and the next couple of months, Amazon sees you bought a vitamin C from another brand, right?
Yeah.
Could be that's how it's,
right.
But it's great. I love all these segments.
Yeah, and whatever it is, I would go and target all of these, right? This declining top tiers. Here you have this potential new customers who have clicked on your brand storefront and products or add product to your cart in the last 9 years, but have not purchased from you. This is great.
And Mansoor, now you can target here by ASIN, or this is by brand.
This is by a brand. Let me see if they have added ASINs yet here.
On the coupon front, it's by ASIN.
Yeah. Which I'm hoping in the coupon front also
they have these.
They add this, or in the brand tailored promotion, hopefully they add. No, for now it is still the same.
By brand, right? So I think if you're okay discounting across your whole brand for these customers, use this. If you want to, only discount a specific ASIN, then you go and use the coupons.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right.
But it's great. More ways to reach customers.
Yeah, as we are talking about it, I'm checking to see if they have
added it to the coupons.
Yeah, exactly. Brand. Well, yes, declining top here. I see that their potential new customers promising repeat customers. There are some new added segments there as well from this list. They're added there.
Yeah, it's interesting. I would think that the best audiences here would be the brand cart abandoners and these potential new customers. You have the biggest numbers, well, outside of the promising, but cart abandoners works really well. It's usually a pretty big number. The potential new customers is really great. And yeah, I would say all these audiences have use cases to, to target. So yeah, I think also.
So that's the wrap for our updates.
Yes, I hope you enjoy this. Would love to get your feedback on it, and we'll see you on the next update of Amazon next month.